These inspired futures hold futuristic inspirations. If my work has a theme, I suspect it is a simple one, that most human beings are inescapably alone, and therein lies their tragedy. Believe in yourself, and there will come a day when others will have no choice but to believe with you. I lie to myself all the time, but I never believe me. Without leaps of imagination or dreaming, we lose the excitement of possibilities. Dreaming, after all, is a form of planning. People will always have opinions about your decision because they're not courageous enough to take action on their opinion. We should not judge people by their peak of excellence, but by the distance they have traveled from the point where they started. The stronger a culture, the less it fears the radical fringe. The more paranoid and precarious a culture, the less tolerance it offers. I don't know why we are here, but I'm pretty sure that it is not in order to enjoy ourselves. As long as you gave everything you had and you didn't let it break you, it could never be considered a failure. The world's greatest achievers have been those who have always stayed focused on their goals and have been consistent in their efforts. In life, you always see the darkest days before the sunshine. We can't choose our fate, but we can choose others. Be careful in knowing that. Temptation is the feeling we get when encountered by an opportunity to do what we innately know we shouldn't. The opinion which other people have of you is their problem, not yours. To care about your outward appearance is important, but what's more important is to have a beautiful soul. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. Greatest truth, but still greater, from a practical point of view, is silence about truth. No matter what you're going through, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I have never known any distress that an hour's reading did not relieve. If you are not having fun, you are doing something wrong. Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life. A goal without a plan, without strategy and execution, is nothing other than a wish. A goal without a backup plan is but a wager. You're already in the territory of the flowers. It's only a matter of time before you bloom. Overconfidence blurs out the risk. Inferiority magnifies it. Notice the difference between being in control and needing control. The windows of my soul I throw wide open to the sun. One must always be prepared for riotous and endless waves of transformation. No man ever threw away life while it was worth keeping. I wake up and grind like the whole world owes me money. I'm taking that money like I'm owed. Small shifts in your thinking and small changes in your energy can lead to massive alterations of your end result. It is not worth the while to let our imperfections disturb us always. Live and act within the limit of your knowledge and keep expanding it to the limit of your life. It is not a daily increase, but a daily decrease. Hack away at the inessentials. You can never get a cup of tea large enough or a book long enough to suit me. Bring forward what is true. Write it so that it is clear. Defend it to your last breath. But even if we don't have the power to choose where we come from, we can still choose where we go from there. We can still do things. In the book of life, the answers aren't in the back. Give up to grace. The ocean takes care of each wave till it gets to shore. You need more help than you know. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. One of the greatest journeys in life is overcoming insecurity and learning to truly not give a shit. Your ultimate competition is you, and within, compete against yourself, and you will always win. A breeze, a forgotten summer, a smile, all can fit into a storefront window. Future generations will remember me not for sitting on that chair, but for getting up when the time came. I scream for everything that has gone wrong. I scream for everything broken in our lives. If you're reading this, congratulations, you're alive. If that's not something to smile about, then I don't know what is. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. Science is organized knowledge. Wisdom is organized life. I am philosophical Christ, crucified on the cross of ignorance for the sake of divine vanity. But instead of spending our lives running towards our dreams, we are often running away from a fear of failure or a fear of criticism. Create your own miracles. Do what you think you cannot do. Do not look for happiness outside yourself. The awakened seek happiness inside. Too much action with too little intent makes for wasteful exertion of energy and the confusion between movement and progress. Fazestabhas Dasri. Point 1 should learn even from one's enemies. Not everyone is fight-able. Be careful of who you fight. Wisdom is the oneness of mind that guides and permeates all things. If your dreams are too hard to achieve, just achieve. Reputation is what other people know about you. Honor is what you know about yourself. In reality, there are no persons, only threads of memories and habits. At the moment of realization, the person ceases. It is better to be respected than it is to be popular. Popularity ends on yearbook day, but respect lasts forever. One mistake does not have to rule a person's entire life. Why are trying so hard to fit in when you're born to stand out? Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. It can take years to mold a dream. It takes only a fraction of a second for it to be shattered. If you feel obsessed to prove something to the world, then you'd need world attention to be able to prove it. Do your own thing on your own terms and get what you came here for. You need to have faith in yourself. Be brave and take risks. You don't have to have it all figured out to move forward. The rainbow is the pot of gold to those who observe. That which can be destroyed by the truth should be. When the road ahead seems impossible, start the engine. I should have based my judgment upon deeds and not words. When you fail, you also learn how not to fail. He who writes well runs the civilization. Everyone else does the grunt work. Writing is the spectrum through which the chaos of life can be seen, studied, and understood. Don't forget, a person's greatest emotional need is to feel appreciated. You serve a greater cause. Your life is not yours to throw away. All you have to do is write one true sentence. Write the truest sentence that you know. Keep your dreams. You never know when you might need them. Never stop dreaming. Never stop believing. Never give up. Never stop trying. And never stop learning. Perhaps home is not a place, but simply an irrevocable condition. When you do the right thing, you get the feeling of peace and serenity associated with it. Do it again and again. Of course, there is no formula for success, except perhaps an unconditional acceptance of life and what it brings. The dictionary is the only place that success comes before work. Work is the key to success, and hard work can help you accomplish anything. Tell people the hammered truth, and it will ring like steel against an anvil. We get swallowed up by the illusion that unless we can find a place to belong, we are going to be all alone in the world. To think too long about doing a thing often becomes its undoing. If it's going to be a world with no time for sentiment, it's not a world that I want to live in. Forbearance in the face of fate, beauty constant under torture, are not merely passive. They're a positive achievement, an explicit triumph. The progression of time is inevitable, nor can it be controlled, but we can control what we do within the time available to us. He that breaks a thing to find out what it is has left the path of wisdom. Normal is an illusion. What is normal for the spider is chaos for the fly. Even small positive shifts in thinking create huge results if you're consistent in your efforts. Meditation is a way for nourishing and blossoming the divinity within you. To realize the truth, you have to cross the boundaries of all religions and prophets. No matter what happens, or how bad it seems today, life does go on, and it will be better tomorrow. I want to dream a dream so wonderful that I'll wake up sorry that it wasn't a memory. The mind is like a restless monkey, but with practice and detachment, it can be tamed and made peaceful. Sadness is sometimes the start to eternal happiness. Wanting him to come back before anyone notices part of the world has not moved since he left. Don't be afraid of death. Be afraid of an unlived life. You don't have to live forever. You just have to live.